Hi friends, in this video we are going to learn about Kirchhoff's laws for circuits. It is nothing but what goes in must come out. Robert Gustav Kirchhoff was a German physicist and he worked with Robert Bunsen. They invented the spectroscope and founded the science of spectroscopy. They discovered the elements cesium and rubidium also. They invented astronomical spectroscopy. His first research was on the conduction of electricity in 1845. Now, what is the importance of this law in complex circuits? Kirchhoff's laws can be used to determine the unknown values like current, voltage in the circuit. These are also useful to find the unknown values in complex circuits and networks. His circuit laws stand for two equalities that deal with the current I and the potential difference V in the electrical circuits. Now we are going to learn about Kirchhoff's first law, that is junction law, and also it is called as the current law. Kirchhoff's junction law states that the total current entering the junction is exactly equal to the current leaving the junction. So, no current is lost within the junction. In other words, the algebraic sum of all the currents entering and leaving a junction must be equal to 0. That is, I entering plus I leaving equal to 0. This is commonly known as the conservation of charge. Now, look at the picture here. Generally, the term junction in an electrical circuit refers to a connection of two or more current carrying elements such as cables and components. Look here in the figure, junction is given. Algebraic sum of all the currents entering and leaving a junction must be equal to 0. That is, look here, three currents are entering the junction. I1, I2, I3 are all positive in value. Now, two currents are leaving the junction. They are I4 and I5. I4 and I5 are negative in value. Then we can also rewrite the equation I1 plus I2 plus I3 minus I4 minus I5 equal to 0. This is the junction law. Now, Kirchhoff's second law, that is loop law, or we can call it as the voltage law. Kirchhoff's loop law states that the algebraic sum of the increases and decreases in potential difference across various components of the circuit in a closed circuit loop must be 0. In other words, the algebraic sum of all voltages within the loop must be equal to 0. This idea is known as the conservation of energy. Look here, starting at any point in the loop, continue in the same direction, noting the direction of all the voltage drops, either positive or negative, and returning back to the same starting point. It is important to maintain the same direction either clockwise or anti-clockwise, or the final voltage sum will be equal to 0. We can use this law when analyzing series circuits. The sum of all the voltages around a loop is equal to 0. Here in this circuit, V1 plus V2 plus V3 plus V4 equal to 0. Look here, the rules to apply this law in a circuit. The direction of the current is to be observed to give a sign to potential difference of a resistor. First, the direction, loop direction, we have to observe the loop direction. And here the potential difference across the resistor is taken as negative because it is higher voltage to lower voltage. That means when we move along the direction of current through the resistor, they are in the same direction. Therefore, we have to take minus value. And here the loop direction and current direction is opposite. That means we are moving opposite direction to the current. That is lower to higher. So we have to take it as positive. The potential difference across the resistor is taken as positive when we move against the direction of the current through the resistor. Now, voltage of the battery is taken positive when we move from negative to positive, that is minus to plus across the battery. And for battery, voltage of the battery is taken negative when we move from positive to negative, that is plus to minus across the battery. Now let us solve a problem by using this law. Look here, determine the electric current that flows in the circuit given below. Observe carefully what is given in the circuit. 3 resistors are there. R1 equal to 2 ohms, R2 is equal to 4 ohms, R3 equal to 6 ohms. And the direction of the current also given. And V1 equal to 10 volts and V2 equal to 4 volts. Now we have to determine the current in the circuit. Look here, observe the diagram. The things that you should keep in mind while solving the problem. First of all, you need to choose the direction of the current. In this problem, let us choose the clockwise direction. That is loop A, B, C, D, A. When the current flows across the resistor, there is a potential decrease. Hence, V equal to minus IR. If the current moves from low to high, then the source of V signed positive because of the charging of energy at the source. Likewise, if the current moves from high to low voltage, that is plus to minus, then the source of V signed negative because of the emptying of energy at the source. In this problem, the direction of the current is clockwise. Look here, R1. Here we have to take it as negative. Potential difference at R1 is negative because both are in same direction, loop and current. So it is minus IR1. And at the battery, voltage V1 equal to 10 volts. That is, we are going minus to plus. That's why it is taken as plus V1. And next in R2 4 ohms. Here also both are in same direction, so it is minus IR2. Next, R3 is also same. Therefore, IR3 and battery potential difference at the battery is negative because it is going plus to minus. Therefore, the equation is minus IR1 plus V1 minus IR2 minus IR3 minus V2 equal to 0. Substituting the values in the equation, we get minus 2i plus 10 minus 4i minus 6i minus 4 equal to 0. That is minus 12i plus 6 equal to 0. I equal to minus 6 by minus 12. Then we get I equal to 0.5 amperes. The current that flows in the circuit is 0.5 amperes. In this way, we can solve the problems. Thank you.